Michelle and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be partnered up with Loreal to bring you this glam, and this is a red carpet glam since it is Oscar season. Well, the Oscars is this Sunday, and by the time this video goes up it will be Sunday. So I decided to do a black smoky eye look. It's super easy to achieve and I really love how this look turned out, and I really hope you guys like this look as well. So if you do, please give me a thumbs up, and I will list all the products I use in the description bar down below. So let me just jump right into the tutorial so you guys can see how I achieve this look.
Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I like to do is for my brows, I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Pencil, and I'm just following the natural shape of my brows and taking very tiny strokes upwards. And this is how I fill in my brows all the time, you guys. So I do fill them in first. I don't fully fill them in, only because they kind of come off when I apply my foundation. So I'll show you guys what I do. Next, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Cover Pro Concealing Contour Palette. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows. So I'm going to take one of the lighter shades from the palette. And this is just going to give my brows a really nice, defined, clean look. Moving on to primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a base all over my eyelid. I always apply a base right before I apply my eyeshadow. It's really going to make those eyeshadows pop. And I also apply a translucent powder all over the eyelid as well, which makes it easier for me to blend the eyeshadows. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to take L'Oreal's Quad Palette. This is French Biscuit, and I'm going to use the brown shade, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease and blend it back and forth. Now I'm going to go in with a warm brown shade, so it has a bit of a red tint to it, and I'm also going to place that into the crease and blend that back and forth with a huge blending brush. Then I'm going to take L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner. It's one of my favorite. Now I didn't know what direction I was going to go with this look. I didn't even know I was going to do a black smoky eye, but I'm going to use this as a base. It's going to really make that black eyeshadow pop when I apply it. So I just applied all over the eyelid, and of course we're going to blend that out so there's no harsh edges. Now I'm going to take a L'Oreal 209 matte black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pat this onto the eyelid. As you can see, I place it on the outer corner, and then I'm going to go in with a blending brush, blend the eyeshadow. The key to a black smoky eye look, or any eyeshadow look for a matter, is blending. So I'm going to go back into the Quad Palette, and I'm going to grab this black with a hint of silver to it so it's more shimmery, and I'm just going to place that all over the eyelid, and I'm just going to pack the eyeshadow on. So you just want to pat that on, and of course we're going to go in and just blend out the edges so it's nice and smooth looking. And then I'm also going to go back into the black eyeshadow, place that at the outer corner, and I'm just going to blend that in as well. Moving on, I'm going to take L'Oreal Infallible Paint Liquid Liner, and I'm going to go ahead and line the top lash line. I won't be creating a wing liner. This is just going to help to hide the lash strip when I do apply my falsies. And I'm going to go in with L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Absolutely love this mascara. It does add some volume to the lashes. Now, I do love a bit of drama, so I'm going to add some falsies to this look. Moving on to the skin, I'm going to take L'Oreal True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator. So this is going to prime and highlight the skin. It gives my skin a really nice glow. The shade that I use is in the shade Golden. So I apply this before I apply my foundation. Now I do have dark circles. I mention them all the time in my videos, but it probably doesn't show up that much on camera. But I'm going to go back into the concealer palette. So I'm taking the Infallible Total Cover Concealer, and I'm going to go with the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and cancel out that darkness under my eyes. I have a little bit of darkness at the sides of my lips. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to take L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation in the shade 309, and I'm going to apply this all over my face. I'm using one of those oval shaped brushes. I kind of wish I just started off with a sponge instead, because I feel like it applies better with a sponge. And look at that, you guys, I broke my brush. I guess I was beating my face a little too hard, but I really love how this foundation was sitting on my skin. I love full coverage, and this foundation is full coverage. However, it's super lightweight, and I love the fact that it feels super light on my face. So I'm going to go back into my concealer palette, and I mixed two of the shades together to do my highlight, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyes, side of my nose, center of my forehead. You guys know the drill. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend out that concealer. Just pat and blend it out, girl. I've been loving the look of cream contour a lot lately. And I'm gonna go in with the same foundation, so I'm gonna use the 312 shade, which is a darker shade, and I'm gonna apply that in the hollows of my cheek, along my forehead area, and I'm gonna snatch that nose. And to blend out those crazy lines, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender sponge. I also have a tiny bit of the foundation onto the sponge, which makes it a lot easier to blend out the contour. I also go in with a dual fiber brush along the forehead area, get that nice and blended. We don't want any crazy lines on the face because that is not cute, and we got to get rid of that line on the nose as well. Next, I'll be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the shade 500 Sun Beige, and I'm just going to go ahead and pat that under the eyes. This is just going to help my concealer to not crease up, and it's going to set my foundation. I do get oily in some areas. Now I'm going to use a darker shade as well, and I'm going to use this to bronze and do a little bit of a powder contour as well. The shade I'm using is Classic Tan, and I'm just going to apply that along the hollows of the cheeks and along the forehead. And you guys know I'm all about that glow life, so I'll be taking L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour. So it's a contour and highlight palette, and I'm going to use the highlight side to make them cheeks nice and glowy. And I always use a fan brush to apply my highlighter. Okay guys, so the skin is pretty much completed, and I'm going to move back into the eyes. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go back into the gel liner, and I'm going to line the waterline. You can also use a black eye pencil to do this, and I'm going to smudge it out with a definer brush. Now I'm going to take the L'Oreal LA palette Nude 2, and I'm going to grab a bronzy shade brown, and I'm just going to pull that along the bottom lash line, make it nice and soft and smoky looking. I really like this look. It kind of makes the eyes look really sexy looking. Take the L'Oreal Voluminous primer, you guys. So it is a primer. I've never used a primer before, but what was I doing with my life before this? I freaking love this product, you guys. You know, I always complain about my bottom lashes being so tiny and they don't really have any volume, so I apply the primer first, and then I go back in with the Voluminous original mascara, and I apply that, and look at my bottom lashes. I have bottom lashes. There's like actually some drama there. So now I'm going to add some translucent powder under the eyes just to brighten up the eyes a bit. So I actually didn't do any baking today. I just, you know, apply the loose powder under the eyes to brighten it. And then I'm going to go back in and complete my brows. So this is how I usually do my brows. I always finish my brows once my face is fully completed, because I feel like when I apply my brows and I have no foundation on, and then I apply foundation, it's just going to take the brows off. Moving on to the blush, I'm going to take a peach tone blush, and I'm just going to apply this on the apples of my cheeks. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to take a brown lip pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and line the lips. Then I'm going to take a L'Oreal Infallible, and this is the lip paint, and this is in the shade Nude Star, and I'm just going to apply this all over the lips. There's just something about a black smoky eye with nude glossy lips that I absolutely just love. The makeup look is pretty much completed, so we're gonna move on to hair. I'm gonna grab a brush, and I'm gonna take some small sections of hair and run a flat iron through it. The flat iron that I'm using, the brand is called FHI, I think. Honestly, I've had it for a while. I think it's time for a new one. It's not really the best, but it does get the job done. I want my hair to be very straight and sleek looking for this whole entire look that I'm doing. So this look is super easy to achieve, and the step is very repetitive, so I'm not going to like go through and explain it and slow it down. So it's just honestly just running the flat iron through the hair. And that's pretty much what I do when it comes to styling. So now I'm going to take the L'Oreal Studio Pro Lock-It hairspray, and I'm just going to spray that throughout my hair. It's going to make my hair look really nice and sleek and keep it in place. No frizz, no mess. Absolutely love this product. And I'm going to brush this through. Look at that, you guys. My wig is sitting now. So this is pretty much the completed makeup and hair and outfit. If you guys love this look, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to check the description bar down below for all the products used, and I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. I love you guys. Bye.